Hello and welcome to the first episode of Carmichael Clan Radio, the official podcast of the Carmichael Clan USA. I'm your host, Scott Carmichael, and on today's abbreviated show, I want to just go over the history and origins of the Carmichael name to find out how the name came to be. While you're at it, don't forget to visit the Carmichael Clan USA website at www.clancarmichaelusa.com to find out all the latest updates about what the Carmichael Clan is up to and to sign up for the Carmichael Clan newsletter. Now, currently there is a major overhaul going on with the website, and you will soon be able to renew your annual Carmichael Clan membership on the site, as well as purchase Carmichael Clan goods from the online store. But go ahead and go on over now, take a look around, and let us know what you think. And one last thing, as we quickly approach the end of the 2020 year, don't forget to renew your Carmichael Clan membership for 2021. The name Carmichael has made several twists along the way to arrive at its most common spelling that we see today, Carmichael. There are, however, several other spellings that are still seen throughout the world, but are all variations of the pronunciation of Car and Michael. The official history of the name reads as such. The first Carmichaels may have been indigenous Britons, or they could have been among the many Norman knights who were invited to settle in southern Scotland by King Malcolm III and his son David following the successful Normandy invasion of England in 1066. A genealogist's report prepared for the second Earl of Carmichael speculated that the chiefly line may have descended from a knight from Mont Saint Michael of the coast of Normandy. Within a few generations, these transplanted Norman nobles were among the leading families of Scotland and included the Bruce, Stuart, Hamilton, Fraser, and Gordon families, just to name a few. While the origins of the first Carmichaels will probably never be known, what is known is that some 800 years ago, the residents who had settled around what later became the Carmichael estate had adopted the name of their district, Carmichael, for their surname, a practice that King Malcolm III began to encourage around the year 1056. Tinto Hill, also known as the Hill of Fire, is the highest elevation in the region at 2,320 feet. Just north of it stood the prominent stone ruins of three ancient Briton hill forts called a cair in the Gaelic tongue. In the year 1068, shortly after marrying King Malcolm III, Queen Margaret founded one of the first 7 Christian churches in Scotland on one of these sites. Cair Hill subsequently became known as Kirk Hill or Church Hill and was dedicated to the Archangel Michael. Queen Margaret was an extremely pious and devout Roman Catholic who converted the entire kingdom from the ancient Chaldee faith to Catholicism, for which she was canonized later as Saint Margaret after her death. The first survey of Christian churches in Scotland in 1116 refers to this church as Llan Michael, or Church of St. Michael. Thus, Carmichael became the name of the place, and the name was adopted by the residents for their surname. The first Carmichael name of record is Robert de Carmichael, a scribe's attempt to spell the name, who resigned claims to the patronage of the Church of Cleghorn around 1220. And who is again mentioned in the charter of Dryburgh Abbey in 1226 as Robert de Carmichael. The name evolved through a series of spellings to Carmichael as it is generally seen spelled today. During the 14th, 15th, and 16th centuries, Carmichaels traveled widely. Some went to Galloway, where they became kinsmen of the Stuarts of Galloway, later moving northwards and settling in Lismore and Appin as kinsmen of the Stuarts of Appin and the MacDougals. Others traveled to Holland, where Robert Carmichael, the armorer, still has descendants known today as Carmichaels. Further migrations to Ireland in 1690 and to the Americas as far back as 1650 resulted in the worldwide spread of the Carmichael name. There are towns named Carmichael in Pennsylvania, Maryland, Mississippi, California, Saskatoon, Canada, Barbados, the West Indies, and Australia. So there you have it. If you're a Carmichael, that is the official history of how your name came to be. Be sure to check back for new Carmichael Clan Radio episodes, which will be coming out soon. We have several guests lined up for future episodes that will be sharing stories of past Carmichael Clan gatherings, their Highland Games stories, and helping Carmichaels across the world to understand and become more familiar with their long and rich heritage. And don't forget, once again, to head over to www.clancarmichaelusa.com to sign up for the newsletter and to renew your Carmichael Clan membership for 2021, if you haven't done that already. Until next time, toujours prêt.